Gonna start cleaning off this little device I made here to hold trays for fodder. It's been a couple years. It's been sitting outside on my back porch, so I gotta do some work to it. Gonna clean it up. I need to glue and glue the feet. Get it ready. I'm gonna start growing some fodder inside the house. Get a bucket for like a tote for whatever down in here. Get those at Walmart, where we usually get them from. As you can see, there's my two bosses waiting for me to start work. So we're gonna get this cleaned up. This was a nice project we did. The hardest part that we had was finding these things right here. These we had to order from a greenhouse supply place because everything else we got from Lowe's, but this was the hardest part. Let's see where we ordered them from, see if we can't link them in the description below. But like I said, these were the hardest things to find. Once we found that, this project went along really smooth. Holds 3 trays per shelf. They're greenhouse trays. Got the trays from the same place as we got these. They're 10-20 trays, I think, is what they're called. I'll find out for sure. But I can fit 3 per shelf, so I can get 9 trays on here. My rabbits love it. So once we start that fodder process, I'll show you how that works, or how we do it anyway, and the whole process from beginning to end. So, all right, time to get cleaning. Got it all cleaned up now. While cleaning it, I was looking, and as you can tell, it's pretty wobbly. So I'm gonna have to go back to the store and get some more fittings so I can put some cross braces here. Originally, I left that open to slide a blue tote in to catch the water, because these 10-20 trays have holes in them. So as I put my trays on top with my fodder, and as I put water in it, it drips down into the next tray, into the next tray, into the bucket or tote. And I take that water and I will usually water my herbs with it, because it's real starchy water, which does really good and makes my herbs just explode, because it's full of sugars and so forth for growth. I only germinate for like 3 or 4 days, and then I feed. So, but I notice it's a little wobbly, so I may get a brace, another fitting, so I can do a brace on each side from here, same thing on the other side, and slide a tote in. I may have to buy a tote shorter than what I originally had in there. Originally when I made this, I had a pump, little fish tank pump, and it would pump water up and self-water. Found that to be a real pain in the butt, because it's constantly taking out the filter, because you do have to clean this, because after a couple days it'll start to really smell really bad inside, because of that starchy water. So I take that, dump it on my plants, wipe out the tub, and put it back. So it was too much of a pain in the butt for the pump and the tubing, so I just water with a gallon pitcher on the top one, and of course it'll filter down. Just works for me that way. And I'll show you guys all this when we start growing fodder. First thing we'll do is we'll soak our seed overnight, jump start it. So gotta go to the store. That always seems to be the thing. Start a project and don't quite have what I need, so I gotta stop, go get something, come back. That's been doing better since I pretty much try to save everything. You can see all my scraps from another project, cutting feeders for my quail pens. So I pretty much save everything now. So once I get back, get that done, I'll show you how that works. Take about 3.5 cups of seed. Okay, so I got my colander here, wire colander, catch any seed. And right now I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with water. And what I'd usually do is then I just swish it around. Some people call this washing it. I'm just putting the water in there, and you can see a lot of the chaff floating to the top. And what I do is I just take a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, 6 little squirts. Just rinse it in there really well. And what I'll do is I'll wait, put a timer on, time 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll drain this. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes, and that's what I've got so far. What I'm going to do now, attempt to do one-handed, is to drain this over into here, just to take the stuff that's floating on top off. Now what I'm going to do is rinse my seed again. Okay. Okay, you can see I got a little bit more chaff there, so now I'm going to drain it again. Drain most of it off. Alright. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my seed now, and then I'll let it soak overnight. So, there's my seed, covered with water. We'll let it soak overnight. Then I will repeat the process, rinse it off through the colander again, and lay it out smooth, evened it out best I can in my 1020 tray. Let it drain in the sink for about a half hour, and then I'll take it downstairs to my rack. Okay. So there then, I've spread it out pretty even, thinned it out. For us, with this seed, about 3.5 cups will give me a nice root mat. Like I said, 10-20 trays, they have holes on the bottom, so when you water them, it'll drain. I'll take you downstairs where I keep my fodder rack, and I'll show you. I have 2 trays that are ready to be harvested and feed to my rabbits, but I'll show you the root mats on those and my draining system and so forth. So that's what that looks like right there, and I'll let that sit for a while, probably about an hour, half hour, let it drain, and then I will carry it downstairs and put it on the rack. Okay guys, here is my system. I shot some video earlier in my cell phone, so I don't know if that's going to be able to be put on here or not, but this is just made of PVC. Okay, elbows. I've got everything pretty much from a hardware store except for these pieces right here. These brackets right here are hard to find. You need to get them from a greenhouse supply place. You can do that online. So just to let you guys know that. There's the tray we just did and brought down. Okay. Same thing, this is wheat seed. This right here is day 7 of a wheat seed. Let me show you what the mat looks like. There's my root mat. It's pretty good. Getting ready to feed that this evening. This right here, stay about 6, 5.5, 6 on this one. There's a root mat on this one. Alright, how I water this is with a little sprayer. Buy it at a hardware store or whatever. I just fill it up, pump it up with water, and just water. Same thing with my seed. Just water my seed. I water mine every day, twice a day. And then it drips out the holes into a catch basin. Which I don't know if you're going to be able to see real well. But basically it's just a Rubbermaid tote that sits on the bottom. And then every couple days I will take this water and I will put it on my lavender plant outside. I have enough to hold 3 rows, so 9 trays total is what this setup is. You can do more or less. I've seen people put them on metro racks. You know, really anything you can grow this stuff on. But I was getting back into it, start feeding my rabbits. I'm going to probably start feeding some of my quail with some of this, because the conversion ratio is like a pound of seed equals 6 pounds of feed, which is pretty good. You can buy a bag of wheat seed for, I don't know, around here is like $8. That goes a long way. But I use this to supplement my rabbits and the quail. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about it, what we do here. Just like I said, one of the things that we do to help out here with the feed bill. As I get cranking, all these will be filled, and I will just cut these mats into cubes, and I just throw them in the rabbit cage, and they'll eat them. Some rabbits will eat the root mat and all, some won't. You know, but the nutritional value is much better. So, hope this helps. Hope this encourages you to ask questions, search on YouTube, look at other people's setups, and, you know, good luck. Got any questions? Let us know. Thanks for watching.